In this video, I'm going to show you how to enable the translation features within Vidgeos. So first of all, I've created a slide down here, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust the duration and make it something like 4.2 seconds. And to get these settings for your slide, simply click on the slide and it brings up these settings on the left-hand panel, okay? So what I'm going to do now is add on some text, and let's just say hello, something simple like that. And I'm going to bring up this text font and I'll make it a bit bigger. Let's make it like this big. You can also add in a bigger value, say for example 130, if you just type it in like that, and to make it bigger, or whatever size you would like, okay? So let's use that one like that. And what I'm going to do is add on an animation just quickly by simply slide up long, and then I'm going to use slide top back like this, okay? So I've got a nice animation for my text here. Now what I'm going to do is duplicate this slide by clicking on this button over here to duplicate the slide, and I'll make the slide a little bit longer because I'm going to have some more text on this slide, okay? So let's say welcome to this video, okay? Something simple like that, and I'll make this text smaller like that, position it like so, and I'll keep the same animations just to make this a quick tutorial, okay? So what I can do now is go to my project panel on the right hand side, and if you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see this option which says translations, and by default it will be selected as no. So you can go ahead and select whether you want it to automatically translate, and this will basically happen based on the viewer's location. So if someone's watching in Russia, it will detect that it's in Russian and it will translate the video to Russian. Probably the best option at the moment will be button, and this gives users options. You know, if they're watching in Russia and they do speak English, maybe they want to watch it in English. So this adds a button to your video player, and if I go ahead to the preview settings by clicking on this button over here, you can see that you can select a language, okay? And let's go with Spanish for this one. And what I'm going to do now is click on the full preview. I click on the play button, you'll be able to see I've got my video in English, but if I click on this button over here, it pops up this little pop-up and it asks the viewer whether they want to watch their video in that language. Because currently I'm watching in the UK, it's detected I'm in the UK and it's asking me this, but for the preview settings it's going to translate it into Spanish. So I'm going to click on yes for this, and it's going to go ahead and translate it. So you can see we've got hola, and we've got the rest of our Spanish text. I don't know what it means, but obviously only in English. Okay, so that's how the text translation works. Depending on how long your video is and how much text you have on your video, the translations will vary in time and length that it's going to take to translate. One other feature that we are adding in very shortly is the ability to add in manual translation. So that means that you can go ahead and type in two different languages. So you could have welcome to this video in English, and there'll be a box under here, and you could select a language and then type in that language. And this just helps you to have more accurate translations when you're marketing, to say for example two main kind of countries. You can have specific text for that instead of just using the automatic translation. So that's just a quick demo showing you inside the translation feature of Vidgeos.